Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. Today we're going to be making
slow cooker beef stew. Now this looks like a lot of ingredients and I'll talk you through them as we go. And this has been asked for by quite a few of you, slow cooker meals. And I'll be honest, I've never used a slow cooker before. So I went and got one, and this was the first experiment or meal that I've cooked in it. Took a little bit longer than I anticipated. Like I said, I'm not a professional chef by any means or any lengthy imagination, but the final result was melt in the mouth beef. So this is my take on that slow cooker stew, which with the winter nights coming in, and if you can get your hands on some cheap cuts of beef, this is ideal. So first thing I'm doing here, you can see there, I've peeled the carrots, I've cleaned out the leek, and I'm just going to chop this up into pieces. One of the things that I had in my head was, if I keep the carrots and the onion and the leek a little bit bigger, it'll break down because it's a longer process. It never did that, which I was quite surprised at. So like I was showing there, I normally cut maybe half the thickness of these carrots and put them in my stew that I make on my stove top. But they never broke down as I thought they would. Now, I'm taking it because they're not getting agitated as much in the slow cooker as they would do on the stove top. So that is one thing for me to sort of keep in mind moving forward. So again, just roughly chopped the onions and I popped them all into the slow cooker. Then I grabbed some mushrooms and I've just cut them in half, because again, I thought if these are going to be cooking for 8 to 12 hours, they would shrink and they would get much smaller. And they actually pretty well held their shape and their size. Now I've got this. This beef is just stewing steak, and it was on offer, so I picked up 2 of them, and all I'm doing there is I'm just salting them. Again, I never put any flour in, and if you watch the stew that I normally do, when you brown it off and you salt and pepper it, remove it, and all the extra steps, I never did that on this, because what I wanted to do, I wanted to see, could you just put it all into the pot and then forget about it? So once I've done that, again, pepper, and I know that I've touched the handle and I've touched the pepper pot with meat on my hand. I do actually clean it all off after this. So I've just given it a mix and then dumping it in. So you see that, just all in. And then I've given it a bit of a mix, everything's been cleaned down. And then into this, I add basil and thyme. I've also thrown in there some bay leaves, just to give it an extra dimension. That's the thyme that's going in. I probably add in 2 dessert spoons of thyme and 2 dessert spoons of basil into there. Then the next step is I'm adding some salt. I also add in some oxo cubes, which is like it's like a gravy beef extract. Sorry. So it's just another extra dimension of flavouring. So I've put 2 of them in. I then use it would be beef stock, but I've got these jellies that, again, I've got the supermarket's own brand to test them to see are they the same as the more, not expensive, but the better known and the main brand, and they were much of a muchness, to be honest. So I've popped them in. Then I'm putting in 1 can of chopped tomatoes and all the contents. I'm then also going to add in 2 cans of water. So we're just seeing that there. While I'm doing that, if you like what you're seeing, and if you've gone back and seen all the other videos that I've made, please think about liking, commenting and subscribing. It means the world to me. Takes you 2 seconds and costs you nothing. So again, all I'm doing here is I'm just breaking in some garlic. I've not chopped it. All I've done is I've crushed it, peeled it and thrown it in. That way, again, it's all about the quickness of the preparation, and that's what I wanted to really find out and test. Can you throw it all in, knowing that the ingredients will make the synergy of the ingredients, will they become greater than the sum of their parts? Will it make a great stew just with the ingredients and the length of time that it was left? Like I said, I ended up cooking this stew for about 16 hours. I just put it on and left it. I checked it sporadically to make sure that, one, there was liquid in it, and to see how the beef was coming along. At that point, does it make it more cost effective and time effective? Yeah, probably, because it would have been 4 or 5 hours on the stove top, and with price of electricity here in the UK at the moment, it'd have been going through the roof. So just closed it up, popped it all in and left it there. Like I said, I checked it sporadically, so here we go, the final reveal. Excuse the dodgy camera work that you're about to see here, and you can see there what it's turned out to be. So it's all amalgamated, it's mega flavourful. Like I said, the vegetables never broke down as much as I would expect, which is a good thing. It's a nice hearty stew, and I'm just serving this nice and simply with some mash. So get the mash ready and then just pour that over. Folks, I hope you're looking after yourselves and each other out there, and you're staying safe. I know the world seems a bit weird at the minute. Prices are going through the roof, right across the board. If this brings you a little bit of joy, then I'm glad that I could be of assistance. For the people in America, I hope you are all safe after Hurricane Ian, and just look after yourselves. From my family to yours, thanks for watching. Till the next time, Single Dad signing off.